The Great Depression was more than an economic collapse. It changed the way millions of people ate, survived, and viewed food forever. Families stretched every ingredient. Nothing was wasted. Hunger became a daily reality for many Americans. Some meals were created out of desperation. Others became comfort foods that survived for generations. And in a world increasingly dependent on fragile supply chains, these forgotten survival meals may become relevant again. These are the 9 meals people ate during the Great Depression. Potato soup became one of the most common survival meals of the 1930s. Potatoes were cheap, filling, and easy to grow. A family could stretch a small amount into a large meal using water, onions, flour, and sometimes a little milk or bacon grease if they were lucky. The goal wasn't flavor, the goal was fullness. During harsh winters, a warm pot of potato soup often meant the difference between comfort and hunger. Beans and cornbread became a survival staple across rural America. Beans provided protein. Cornmeal was inexpensive and easy to store long-term. Together, they formed one of the cheapest complete meals available during the Depression. Many families ate it multiple times a week, sometimes every single day. Even now, preppers still stock dry beans and cornmeal because they store well and can feed large groups during emergencies. When food became scarce, people turned to the land itself. Dandelion greens were gathered from yards, roadsides, and fields. Rich in vitamins and completely free, they became an important survival food for struggling families. Many children during the Depression grew up learning which wild plants could keep you alive. Knowledge became just as valuable as money. Creamed chipped beef on toast became a common low-cost meal during hard times. Salted dried beef lasted longer than fresh meat and could feed several people when mixed into gravy. Served over toast, it became cheap, heavy, and filling. Soldiers later nicknamed the dish with less polite terms. But during the Depression, many families were simply grateful to have meat at all. Hoover Stew became one of the most famous meals of the Great Depression. Named after President Herbert Hoover, who many blamed for the economic disaster, the meal was made using whatever people could find: macaroni, canned tomatoes, hot dogs, beans, potatoes. There was no official recipe. The purpose was simple: create enough food to feed as many people as possible using the cheapest ingredients available. Milk toast was one of the simplest meals imaginable. Warm milk poured over stale bread. Sometimes sugar or cinnamon was added if available. It was soft, inexpensive, and easy to digest. For many struggling families, even stale bread could never be wasted. Cabbage became a Depression-era survival food because it was cheap, nutritious, and easy to grow. Combined with noodles and a little butter or grease, it created a filling meal capable of feeding entire families. Meals like this reveal an important survival principle. The best emergency foods are often the simplest. Some Depression meals sound strange today. Peanut butter stuffed onions were one example. During desperate times, people experimented constantly with whatever ingredients they had available. Creativity became survival. Many recipes from the era weren't designed to taste good. They were designed to prevent starvation. One of the harshest realities of the Great Depression was how little food many families actually had. Bread and drippings became a meal for some households. Leftover grease from bacon or meat was saved carefully and spread across bread for extra calories. Every calorie mattered. Nothing was thrown away. The Great Depression revealed something many people today have forgotten. Modern society is far more fragile than it appears. Most people in the 1930s never expected their world to collapse financially, and yet millions suddenly found themselves struggling just to eat. These meals tell the story of resilience, adaptation, and survival. Not luxury, not convenience, survival. And perhaps the greatest lesson of all, the people who survive hard times are rarely the richest. They are the ones who know how to adapt.